dark in here, actually. I think I might have gone and done that thing where one goes and gets into Missy Higgins at some point in the past decade, or I've come to be at such a position where I am. I'm not sure if it just happened. I don't know. And yet barely a fortnight ago, I couldn't remember the melody to Scar. And I was in Australia 8 or 9 years ago, so I've really got no excuse. Anyway, so I've decided to do Temporary Love, because we all like a bit of disco, don't we? I do. Too bad if you don't. Bye. But I've encountered stacks and stacks and stacks of problems. For example, I keep sort of wanting to sing, you're doing something to my heart, some kind of motion, or whatever the tune is. I don't think it quite is. Anyway, somewhere around there is where I keep, well, every so often, just burst into song. And it's in approximately the key of C minor. But when I want to play, I do actually want to play it there, which is where the original recording is. And this keeps falling off the ukulele. It's there so that when you lean it against stuff, the theory is you won't chip the wood, or the wood won't damage whatever you're doing. But the tuning pegs stick out too far anyway, so it defeats the purpose. I need like stack heel versions of these to... Could have an eye out, that would be a bit dangerous. What was I saying? Yeah, the song. So the song's a fourth or so off. Well, I suppose it depends which direction you go. Away from where I'm trying to do it. In one way. And in the other way, it's the other way. Depends which perspective we're taking. Are we the ukulele? Are we the vocal cords? I don't know. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. There's a cat. Do you wanna... No? Sorry. Take care. Anyway, so yeah, you know, you've got the whole... I've completely forgotten what I was saying. Great! How long has this been? No way. 3 minutes. I'm going to have to chop bits out, am I? I don't know. Chop something out. I'll just sit here and think for a moment. I can't actually remember what I was saying. There's so many other things I've been focusing on. Problems. Yes, so I want to sing it in one key. I want to play it in another. I want to play the gorgeously complicated rhythms. All of them, all at once, every single part. It's physically impossible, I know, because there's not enough. I haven't got enough digits or surfaces to make vibrate, so it's not going to happen. But I want the strings and the this and the that and the... This is the sort of thing that I would be, frankly, revising. I'd redo the arrangement, because I'm arrogant, like that, or something. But I can't. This computer is struggling to handle one bit of video or sound, or heaven forbid both at once, as it is. So I'm not going to try and put it under too much pressure, which is a shame. And the singing's actually quite... So the thing is, when you go, oh, there's a singer-songwriter who is quite keen on their music, is the singer part when they sing, and they can sing, and you can't do quite what you're hoping to. It's got dark again. Why is that? Why is that? Beyonce. I can't find... I thought... I don't know. Why am I doing this? Here is a rhythm. Song. So it's in one key. No. Oh, yes. I got the thing, I figured out things that I quite liked in terms of inversions of chords and quite how many open strings are happening at any given moment. That sort of thing. So I've also managed to forget how the song goes. I keep forgetting. And I can't do that up here because it's... Notes exist in only so much a level of availability on a ukulele. So even when I suddenly remembered capo, I can put it in the key I want and still play the same things. Who's obviously not played music for far too long. If I stick it here, creating effectively a barricade that blocks access to a good 7 of the 12 available frets, or technically I suppose it's really 6 and the nut, and then the 7th fret takes on the place of not a fret. You end up with not much space because we are here. That's my finger. See, even my fingers are too big to make it clear what I'm trying to show. If I try and let's start off with that initial F minor thing, because why not? That would happen somewhere up here. Now a C minor. Actually, I don't need. That's part of the chord, isn't it? Maybe I can adapt. But the thing was that was not allowing much room. So then as soon as you have to start going up higher, as I wanted to, because I wanted some nice bits that were higher than the lower bits and the harmony of some little moments, you run out of space and it doesn't work. Not to mention, if you've got a big thing blocking your way here, there's not as much room to move, and you're going and you're going and you're trying to do that at sort of funky rates. It doesn't go. So I didn't really know what to do. Oh, and then there's the issue of I can't remember the words. Because... and so I had them on a computer screen to read, but I couldn't read them from a far enough distance away to be able to record, because I didn't have my glasses with me. There's the don't at the moment. So I wore some pretend glasses. Not for that reason, I just happened to be wearing pretend glasses, and I had a plectrum, which I'd been thinking of using, because I was going to do another song, and I thought, oh, that would... What I wanted to do, in fact, to sort of focus more on percussion, with some faint sort of notes, and then get into the plectrum, which of course would also necessitate being like this close for the quiet bits, and then way over here for the, no, even further out of sight for the far off bits, which is probably a bit pointless if I'm making a video. I could do it. I'll just go in the next room. The cat was looking at me funny, so I'm back. Glasses. Oh yeah. Oh, so the plectrum was sort of, I balanced it there. Because it's very easy to lose a plectrum, I find. And what I was doing required so much of the rest of my hands and so on. And given that I was wanting to be singing, I probably didn't want to be the whole time. I could have. Thinking back, you know. It's all clearer in retrospect, isn't it? Or less, as the case may be, when there's something in your mouth other than its normal contents. So the plectrum behind the glasses seemed like a good idea, because I could just, when I needed it. Except it fell out by the time I got to the point at which I wanted to use it, because there'd been so much singing, and singing involves a face shifting, and the face was one of the important surfaces that I was relying on to keep in contact. I dropped a lot of things, and music makes you feel good, makes people come together. You know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? You know what I do? What I will do is I will stop doing this. I will I will start reviewing what I have done. I will finish reviewing what I have done. I will take note of what I haven't said, if anything occurs to me, and then I will re-record, or I will re-enter the recording process to fill in the gaps, and then I will stick them after this. And at some point we may even get a song. I know, a song. Doo-doo. It's much easier if I just had a band or something. Missy Higgins, do you require a ukulele player for anything? I mean, I'm not, perhaps not super available for the requirements of a busy touring schedule and all of that, but, you know, it's a bit more of a, it's underrated. It is, the ukulele. Rightly so, because much is done to sort of justify that, really. I don't listen to much ukulele music. I don't like a lot of ukulele music. Sorry, everybody. That's just shock confession for the day. I thought I was going to stop doing this, wasn't I? I was. Also, that was another thing. It goes... What is it? Now I'm going to play the wrong bit. Because the main thing is, it's, what is it, F minor, D flat major, but the D, B, F minor bits have little bits of, where one could slot in some, sounded like someone's nana then, where one could slot in some E flat major. But the way it worked in a particular bit, and I decided with, oh yes, I'm going to do different fingerings in different parts, because why not? Why not? Actually, that's one really good song about this thing. One really good song about this thing is that has it lots of chords compared to other things I considered doing. I get so bored. The bit that I wanted to do like this, and going over to the other bit like that, nice and quick, or maybe even just like that. Why not? Why not have that? What is that? That's a sixth, I think, in there. Why not? But of course that reminded me of Tusk, because of course on guitar, once upon a time, back when I played things, I'd do Tusk like... Won't work on the ukulele, in quite the same way, but the motion, kind of motion, was the same for the... except the rhythm was slightly different, and then it even went so far as to... and it just felt like Tusk, so then I wanted to play Tusk. So then, of course, I had to, well, how can I make Tusk sound any good? And Tusk is normally in, isn't it normally in D minor, not whatever we're doing now, F minor? Okay, so I figured out a new way, and then the, oh, but if I, for some reason that doesn't sound any good. So I'll play it as an open sort of C chord, but then that's a big move, and then you've got the thing, the ringing out that these open strings like to do when I'm playing something. It's awkward. Oh, and of course you've got the... and it's just so much moving, because we're up here, and then we're down there, and then we're up here, and then we're down there. Or, if we have less moving, we can be down here, up there, and over here, and that does actually sound okay in that part. But it doesn't sound okay in the bit. Sounds like you haven't even bothered to change chord, you've just, oops, your fingers slipped slightly. So that sort of distracted me for a bit, and then I got thinking about that, and then, you know, then I realised I probably should have listened to Temporary Love slightly more before deciding to do it, or before starting to do it. Also, I've lost the thing exploded. It didn't explode, the computer went bloop when I had... There it is! Rescued! The chords. It's in very small writing though, but I want it all in the one spot so I can... It's too long! What I wanted to do was chop it down, so I went through the whole song, went, right, okay, that bit's redundant, already done before, that bit's also redundant. You okay? Are you tired? Do you want to go to bed? No, you wish to stretch and scratch. That's okay. Cat. Obviously. Oh, hello, sorry. I went through and unusually, this is actually quite sophisticated harmonically. This is going to sound horrible. This is very harmonically sophisticated for a Missy Higgins song. Just in the sense that there's a lot more chord changes, and in parts where you could get away with doing the same pattern, other things are substituted in a way that I hadn't associated with her music before. But, so my point being that the bits that I thought were redundant, or had hoped would be redundant, I found I loved their subtleties far too much, the subtle differences between them, to actually chop anything out, which left quite a lot of material. And it's repetitive. I'm reading it now, that's why I keep looking down. This is going well. I'm not reading it, I'm looking over it anyway. You know, the word temporary pops up a lot. So I really need the words to make sure I remember all the words, because I haven't actually gone through the song as a whole all that much to memorise, so I can't just rely on that. And then the chords change subtly as well. I'm so busy trying to focus on making sure I don't get the words a mess that I then end up having to think slightly more about the chords than I otherwise would. And then there's the melody as well. Melodies are tricky. Voices are difficult, I think, in conclusion. What are you doing, cat? Do you mind? Do you mind? Are you alright? Do you want to... Yeah. Do you want to hop over here? Do you want to sit on there? Do you want to sit on there? No? Yes? Don't jump over the computer. Thank you. Good. Are you sitting on there? You okay? It's alright. Going to reassure the cat that I'm not angry or anything, because he looks a bit startled. Maybe he's startled because he's sitting where he never does, and it's a bit alien and strange. What are you doing? Back in a tick. Hello! No, he just looks startled. There's purring and snuggliness going on, so I think we're okay. Do you want a song? Maybe? Some kind of motion. Always C minor. What have I been listening to that's in C minor? Or is that just... Maybe I should just transpose it. And throw out the lovely old arrangement and adapt. I think the thing is I'm reluctant to, because I know I can't sing it well anyway in this evidently more preferred key. So well, what's the point? I might as well have a ukulele part that I'm happy with, rather than throw it away and all for what? Cat's now playing. Yeah. Woo! For a Vegemite container. Whoops. Oh, sorry. Just apologise to the chair that I knocked. He likes playing with these. He's run off into a different room. I can't play with you and sit in front of here at the same time if you're not going to be at least somewhat in the vicinity. There you are! Hey! Not giving you the name of my cat. Yeah, shook. There you go. That'll do. pig. That'll do. That'll do just nicely, I think. That'll do very well. That'll do.